Yes people, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create designs and logos for your brand. If you're new here, my name's Josh. I'm a young entrepreneur who is still yet to find success. That's the main thing that's different about me compared to other YouTubers. Most people start their channels after finding success, but I'm still on my journey, so I hope that you'll join me for it. First, I'm going to show you how to create a more basic, simplistic logo. I'm actually planning to create one to use for my next drop, and then later on in the video I'll show you how to do a bit more in-depth design. So yeah, should cover all bases. Let's get right into it. Okay, so here we are in Kittle. If you don't know what Kittle is, it's just a design software. There is a free version, but I'm on the paid version right now, the pro version. It's very similar to Canva. I actually used to use Canva, but I stopped. There's no particular reason, I just prefer Kittle. I prefer the way it's laid out and everything. So yeah, let's get into the designing. The first thing I want to show you is a website to get fonts from. I'm sure most of you have already heard of DaFont, but if you haven't, it's a brilliant website. There are hundreds and thousands of fonts on here for you to choose from. Me personally, I want to go to the distorted section. I quite like the idea of that. This is really important. You want to come to more options and you want to click 100% free. So this basically means that any fonts that you use that are 100% free, you can't get sued or anything like that. No one's going to get angry at you for using their fonts. So I'm just going to search through till I find one that I like. A key thing as well is to download a couple just so you can have a play around with them. Or if you don't want to download loads of them because of your storage, you can actually come here to this preview bit, Tenacity. Let's enter, let's see how it would look. See, I actually don't mind that one. I think that one looks alright. This down here means there's no lowercase letters for this font. It means they're all uppercase, which I don't mind. I prefer all uppercase anyway. So to download them, you want to click the download button, go to the zip file. It's pretty self-explanatory. Click on the TTF file and click install font. So then when we go back to Kittle, let's just make a text box real quick. So you want to come into Kittle after downloading the font, click add headline. I'm not sure why that's not working. Just click add paragraph, we'll go with it. So then you want to write Tenacity. I can't spell evidently. So now you come down to the text bit and this little upload button here. This is where you add your font into Kittle. So if we come into here and then upload to library, always remember the name of it as well, so then you can go back and search for it. mpf.impact. Okay, so that first font wasn't working for me. Of course, the one time I try it on video, it's not going to work, is it? Sod's law. So give me a minute and I'll find another font that I like. Another brilliant thing is now that I've typed Tenacity into it, it's actually shown them all in the writing that I would like, which is pretty cool, I think. I'm looking for something abstract, like something that's not very normal. Do I like that? I'm not sure. That's pretty cool. That one is quite cool. That's really cool. I really like that one. Okay, so I found another font that I'm going to attempt to download. TTF install. So this one has uppercase and lowercase, which is brilliant. The more options you have, the better. Let's come back onto our Kittle now. Why does Kittle choose to play up? The one day that I want to make a video. Let's upload another font. Earthquake TTF. Yes, so as we can see, it's actually decided to work this time. So we now have our font, which I think I like. I'm not too sure. Let me change. What if I change the background? Now, another thing you want is you want your logo to have a point, or like I personally choose a lot of different quotes. So the quote I'm going to use today is, normal is an illusion. It's a quote that can be interpreted in so many different ways. I love it. Now we need to find a slightly better font for that, because we can't just have it in that same font now, can we? I'm not vibing with these fonts, I can't lie. So I found another font and I'm just going to see how it looks. Okay, what if we change these around maybe? So this is where I'm at right now. I really love this font for the smaller text, this like kind of faded looking font. I'm just trying to decide what to do with this. One thing that you can do actually is, if I did all of these as separate letters, for example, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's start off with the P here, and we're going to have the A. Let's move this away a bit. P, A, and you can always rotate them. So it's all about just having a play around, really. Oh, it's kind of cold like that. T. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of starting to like this, you know. So, I've had a play around with the letters, and as you can see, I've actually created something that I really like here. Could do with a few edits here and there maybe, but overall I think that's amazing. So what you want to do now is group them all. That is a completely wrong thing I've just pressed. And now you can change them all as one. So even though the letters aren't actually together in a word, they're all separate letters, but now you can group them so they're all together. It really is as simple as that. It's all about trial and error. That's what I've found. It's all about trial and error, seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like. Yeah, I think I've created something quite good here. Let me know in the comments what you'd think if I put this on a hoodie, because I think this is quite cool. Another great thing about Kittle is they have this button here for mockups, which means that if I type in hoodie, let's say, let's choose this one, fuck it, why not? So here you can actually see how it would look on a garment. Obviously it is only an AI mock-up, so it's not going to be perfect, but I think that this would look really good. And I also think with the design on the back as well, I've got an idea for a design on the back. I'm not sure whether many of you have heard, but one of my favourite quotes is, if you can't tell by the way, I'm really big on my like inspirational quotes. I do a lot of listening to that like hopecore kind of shit. So the design on the back, I want it to be based around the quote of, what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. And make of that quote how you will. I think it's important that you take quotes, and if someone tells you what the quote means, then you already have a set idea in your mind. But I believe that when you hear, like I've just told you that quote, I'm not going to tell you how I interpret the quote, because I think it should be open to interpretation. I think you should be able to have your own idea of what that quote means. It's fairly self-explanatory, you get the idea. So, a bit more playing around, and this is what I think I've ended up with. I'm just going to move that over slightly. I'm not sure what the plan for this is. It's definitely going to be a hoodie, like a baggy, oversized hoodie. I'm thinking maybe grey and then black. So if we make this all completely white, and then we also change the background to black. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. So, yeah, I think I've just made my next design for my next drop. Hopefully that gives you an insight into helping you create your own designs. Like I said, I'm no professional. So hopefully you found this useful for creating a more simplistic logo. I think there's a lot of helpful things that I've covered in there. So now I'll show you how to do a more in-depth design.